Talk about the Pistons. Pistons next up.
They got a new coach, Dwayne Casey.
They got Dwayne Casey. My biggest issue for them is I honestly still don't feel like Blake has played with a coach that has put him in the best position to succeed. I feel like Doc did a good job, but even JJ Redick said last week on a podcast that everybody in the Clippers locker room, it wasn't necessarily about on the court, but off the court. They were petty to each other. They had a lot of personal grievances that interrupted the way that they played on the floor because guys were whispering and talking about each other, but still on the same team. So I'm taking the Pistons actually this year to win 48 games. I think that they're going to win.
A lot.
As you know, it's a lot, but if you look at Dwayne Casey's track record as a coach over the past 5 years, he usually takes teams and they improve every year. Even with Toronto, they improve every year. And the biggest thing is, I think that they need a new offense, and I think Dwayne Casey will bring more of a flow and type of pace to their offense. Versus last year, I think that their biggest thing was just trying to defend everybody. Try to defend everybody and score enough points to win. I think this team this year will average 105 points a game. I don't know how, but I think they will. So I'm taking the Pistons to win 48 games, be like the 5th seed. Go ahead.
I don't really have a Pistons prediction because I'm on some I believe it when I see it type stuff with the Pistons. They could fight for a play. I think they're gonna be the same team. I like the Dwayne Casey hiring, but Blake, you got to take like 15, 20 games off Blake every year. He's gonna get hurt.
Well, I'll put it this way: last year he actually was fairly healthy. The problem was
he missed some games.
No, yeah, but literally, but the same thing that happened with JaVale and Steph happened with Austin Rivers and Blake. Austin Rivers fell into his leg, and then Blake caught an elbow literally across the head and was shaking and having a seizure on the basketball court when JaVale McGee accidentally elbowed him in the head. It was a couple free accidents. I feel like personally, even Blake, as pissed off as he was about it, was like, damn, I finally was like healthy other than some freak accidents. It wasn't my knees going crazy on me like, y'all gonna trade me after you told me as a franchise player. I feel like he got a point.
Still got to see it from me. I really don't like that team how it's built.
For me, for one, I think the Pistons go 12 deep. Like, if you look at the roster, they go 12 deep. They got Stanley Johnson, Reggie Jackson, John Lewis, Ed Smith, Drummond, Luke Kennard, Galloway, Reggie Bullock, Blake Griffin, Glenn Robinson III, Calderon, Zaza. They go 12 deep for the most part. 10 to 12 deep. So even if somebody does get hurt, you can still replace somebody.
The problem is they don't have shooting, though.
Yeah, they ain't got no type of shooting.
I think Reggie Bullock is good, but he's not. But I don't know. The problem for the Pistons is they have a number 1 and a number 2. But their number 3 is Reggie Jackson.
I don't mind Reggie Jackson being number 3.
But I don't either. But only if Reggie is going to give me an all-star season. And Reggie play nut ball.
I mean, yeah, but Reggie plays nut ball, but it's not like Reggie don't go out there and give you, hold on.
We talking about getting to the playoffs, though. It's the playoffs, though.
Listen, bro. Listen.
The playoffs.
Listen, G. First of all, we're not going to like making the playoffs in the East some like crazy feat.
Get the fuck out of here. They didn't make the playoffs last year. What the fuck are you talking about?
For half of the season. If Reggie Jackson is
when he came back, they wasn't good either.
G, they was like 10 games.
They fired fucking coach at the end of the season. They weren't good.
10 games when he came back.
They were not good.
G.
They weren't good.
G.
I sat there and watched them because I was rooting for the Clippers all year. They were not good last year. At any point except for the first 15 games of the season.
Can't let me talk, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
Can't let me talk.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Go, but get the fuck out of here with that.
For the first, I think, 20 games of the year, they were in the playoffs. 20, 30 games they were in the playoffs. Reggie Jackson sprains the fuck out.
The Magic were in the playoffs.
Let me talk. God damn.
Don't make sense. You can say wild shit.
Let me talk. Damn. G, stop. For the first 30 games of the playoffs, for the first 30 games of the season, they were like in the playoffs. Reggie Jackson sprains the shit out of his ankle. Terrible ankle sprain. He goes down for at least, it got to be like 30 games, right? That's your starting point guard going down for 30 games. At that point in time, he's the second option. He damn near the first option a lot of times because Drummond, I don't know if he's a good enough offensive player to be the first option. Now you have Blake, assuming Reggie Jackson is going to be healthy. Reggie Jackson isn't terrible. They were in the playoffs the year before. Granted, they were, I think, the 8th or the 7th seed. They played Cleveland, I think, the year before. They were the 8th or 7th seed. They got swept, but they were still in the playoffs, right? With a healthy Reggie Jackson. Granted, if Reggie Jackson can stay healthy, that means you have 3 guys who can randomly give you 20 any night. Reggie Jackson can randomly give you 20. Drummond can randomly give you 20.
I've stopped talking because you told me to stop talking, but shut the fuck up. Reggie Jackson and Andre Drummond give you 20 a night.
Yeah,
shut your ass up.
Yeah, randomly give you 20.
You sound fucking ridiculous. Shut your ass up. You shut me up to say that bull.
Listen.
I'm done. Please throw it away.
Listen, assuming that like Blake can come out here and do the same thing he's doing, give you about like 24.
It's a lot of assuming.
24, 8, and 5, stay pretty much healthy. I got Reggie Jackson. I'm assuming I'm going to get 17, 18 from Reggie. Drummond could probably give me 16 and like 16 damn near, or like let's say 14-16, something like that. I don't mind this Pistons team. I think they can be a playoff team again. Granted, Stanley Johnson, he might come back much improved. Granted, he might shoot better from the field. I think he has to work on his jump shot. He's still a good 3-and-D guy. I think
there's a lot of ifs with this Pistons.
Like, granted, I don't think there'll be
a lot of ifs for not a lot of talent.
I don't think there'll be a top 4 seed, obviously.
Honestly, I don't have them in the playoffs.
But I think that they'll be one of those teams that's fighting for like the 7th, 8th,
They've been
6th.
fighting about it for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, but they didn't have a Blake.
Blake ain't a difference.
In the East, he is.
Blake ain't no difference.
In the East, he is.
I'm not a big.
Can you name a 4 in the East better than Blake Griffin? A 4.
Yeah.
Who?
Kawhi Leonard.
A 4.
You said a 4.
A 4 in the East better than Blake Griffin.
A 4 better than Blake Griffin. A 4.
Porzingis don't have no ACL. He's the best 4 in the Eastern Conference.
It's not saying much. Look who's in the East.
He's still the best 4 in the Eastern Conference.
I still don't think Blake's is not a primetime player to me.
I don't think he is, but he could lift you to the playoffs.
No, I don't have him in the playoffs.
The Clippers would have made the playoffs last year if Blake didn't get hurt.
A lot of wooders. You know what I'm saying? I don't have him in the playoffs.
Look, I think
they're the worst team in the Central.
I think they can be fighting. No, yeah, I think that they can be fighting for the. I think that they can be fighting for the 5th to the 8th spot.
Nah, hell, 5th, hell no.
That's 5th to the 8th spot.
I'm not fucking with the Pistons
again, and they have Dwayne. I think Dwayne Casey is a bad coach.
Reason Raptors lost a lot of games.
I don't think Dwayne Casey is a bad coach.
Man. I'm not sold on the Pistons, bro.